Hey Facebook. So, I hope that you guys really utilize the full moon's energy that we just had. Like, it was really amazing. It was awesome. There was just so much high vibrational energy. And really, I was really excited because this is like my first full moon. So, or it was like my first full moon that I really just kind of utilized the energy. I wanted to make sure that I reaped all of the benefits that this full moon had for me. And I really feel like I did that. Like, I meditated, I really connected to like my higher self, and I was able to like learn a lot. And one of the things that I was meditating on is I was like, well, I've been hearing like a lot about these past lives. Like, there are so many missing pieces that I had that I really couldn't connect because like when we analyze ourselves, we're kind of like, especially like our behaviors, like we analyze ourselves, and we want to know like why, how come we act a certain way, or how come we have the certain triggers that we have. And so, to make a long story short, I have been meditating on that. So I get on my Instagram page, and this girl had written me, and she's like, you know what, I'm really drawn to get a reading from you. And I'm like, sure, okay, cool, I'll give you a reading. And then so when I go on her page, and she was talking about paying me and stuff, but when I go on her page, I seen that she did like these past life regression readings, right? So I'm like, hey, listen, how about this? How about instead of you paying me, how about you just give me a past life reading? Because that's what I feel like we heal to heal. You feel me? So she's like, okay, sure. She's like, I can't really do it for you today. I'm like, okay, cool. Whenever you can get to it, get to it. So I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and do your reading. So long story short, I went ahead and I did her reading, and she was just so amazed at the reading that I had given her. Which I was kind of surprised because like there have been a few people that I have done readings for, and it's like the energy is kind of a little shaky. So I just have to put my faith in spirit that the message that I am portraying is the one that needs to be given. So she's like, oh, you know what? This was like so amazing. Like, I really cannot believe that you connected with me on this level. I'm going to drop everything that I'm doing right now, and I'm going to do your past life reading. So I'm like, cool. Okay, so I'm eager. So she goes into explaining some of the, okay, and this is the thing. Like, whenever like I used to be on drugs, or whenever I was like active in my addiction that I had, there were like a lot of paranoias and a lot of fears and like a lot of things that I really went through. Like when I would be high, I would be afraid of people. I wouldn't want to interact. I wouldn't even touch anything from anyone. You know what I'm saying? It's just like all this weird stuff. Like when people would come into my room and they would leave, I would rearrange everything. I would throw stuff away. Like if somebody, there would be times when I would be high, and like if somebody gave me something, and as soon as they left, I'm throwing it in the trash. It was just something about it I didn't like. So when she's doing my past life reading, she's telling me, she told me that in all of my past lives, I was like a healer. A lot of people kind of gravitated towards me, and she was telling me that the people in my tribe had actually turned on me, and it wasn't a shock to my parents because they could kind of see like how I was growing up, like the things I was doing and stuff like that. But to make a long story short, she was like, and specifically, she was like, you were murdered like in your past life. She was like, you were murdered. And I'm like, okay, but when she went on to explain, she was like, you were murdered in your past life, and people really sent objects that could manipulate your energy, like magical objects that could manipulate my healing energy. And I feel like when I was high, like when people would give me stuff, I would just throw it in the trash. I wouldn't, like, anytime I had any paranoia when I was high, like mentally, I would literally just go through my room and I would just like start dumping everything. You know what I'm saying? So she was saying that, and then she was saying, what else did she say? She said that Oh, she said that it happened by my friends. So anyone who knows me, like I used to be very, very, very social. Like I used to always be going to the clubs. I used to always be just out and about, you know what I'm saying? But like now, in this new phase of me, like my circle is literally this small. Like I have one best friend and then I have another friend, best friend, you know? And like both of them have been like in a part of like my soul contract. So as I'm processing this information, like I'm like, what do I do now with this information? Like, what do I do knowing that I was murdered, knowing that I have like these past life regressions that really need healing? But what actually happened is if you talk to me like one-on-one personally, you know I've explained something to you that I have like this pain that like sits in the middle of my chest, and no matter what type of rituals I do, no matter what type of healings I do, no matter what type of readings I do on myself, I could never really alleviate this pain. You know what I mean? I could never really alleviate this pain, and this pain has really pushed me like my whole life. It's always been like there to push me. But so as I'm sitting there, I'm thinking like, okay, well, what do I do with this? Like it resonated so deeply with me that like my chest really just began to like stir, you know what I mean? And when I knew what happened to me, I knew exactly why I had this pain and why I had these things that I was dealing with. So immediately, like intuitively, I just began doing different healing stuff for myself. Like I went into meditation today. I did like a couple of healing rituals today, and really I'm learning about energy, like to preserve your energy, to preserve, you know, like everything that happens to us is energy. And like always had like this weird thing like about money, because okay, money is energy, right? But we're supposed to want abundance, we're supposed to want all of these monetary manifestations, you know what I'm saying? But when I was meditating and I was thinking, if energy is money and everyone touches it, what kind of energy is being like put out into the universe? Like what kind of energy are we bringing to ourselves? Like if we're not properly cleansing ourselves, properly protecting ourselves, then we're carrying all of this energy in by wanting money. So I feel like the universe, like so many people ask for abundance, manifestations, money. But if you don't really realize that money is energy, which a lot of people know money is energy, but if everyone has their hands on it, then what does that mean? That means that potentially you touching this money can harm you. So in return, the universe isn't going to give you something that you're not ready for. So with that being said, I just want to say that make sure that you are cleansing, make sure that you are storing your energy, charging your crystals, saging, and using, I forgot the name of it. It's called, is it called Palo Santo? Something like that. But, I don't know, it's like that I think it's like a sandalwood or, I'm not sure. Something like that. But make sure that you're using all of this stuff, because I mean, it just clicks for me. You know, it really clicked, and like I want to manifest more money into my life. I want to manifest more good energy. Like I'm all about energy, and hearing this past life reading really kind of put a lot of that stuff in perspective. So if you want this girl, I'm not sure how much she charges, but I promise you she's definitely worth every penny. If you want a past life reading, if you're curious to know who you were in your past life, then inbox me. I'm going to give you her information and hit her up for a reading. Like it was very, 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 very enlightening. So anyway, that's all I have. I'm going to go live and do some tarot readings. I'm kind of led to do that, so you can catch me in my live video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Chakra Spirit Tarot. And